TNN Motorsports proudly presents live exclusive coverage of the Goodwrench 500 Winston Cup stock car race from Rockingham, North Carolina. Well, Daytona is but a memory, and Daytona is somewhat of a season in itself. Welcome to Rockingham, everybody. I'm Mike Joy. You're in Daytona so long, and there's so much to do, and that race is so important, it's like its own little season. And now, for many of these teams, the point chase starts in earnest. Some happy to get away from Daytona with a car intact, and others still celebrating. We'll be riding along today with Mark Martin. You see up on the roof of that car, that's the roof cam that TNN pioneered last year. The Valvoline Ford Thunderbird. Now there's the 360-degree tilt and pan race cam. Standard fare, most of these telecasts. Also, we'll have a face cam looking at Mark from the dashboard of his Jack Roush-owned Thunderbird.
Just as we experienced at Daytona in all of the 1997 season, we don't get good jumps on starts and restarts. I messed something up in a file somewhere, and I don't know where to go to fix it. It's not a big deal. I mean, we're right here, but whatever. These first few laps are hectic. I didn't even see who had the pole this race. Davey Allison, pretty sure. Hope you like the if you watched and followed our 1997 season. I hope you're enjoying the new sound mix, giving more engine to the sound mix. I watched some of the 97 races just as a refresher when I started thinking about putting this new season together, and you couldn't hear the engine, you couldn't hear the spotter. It's just stupid. So we got a better mix going now. Sometime in this race, when things settle down here, I'll throw up the points. If I remember to do it, I won't really talk about them because, you know, it's just one race. No implications for anything yet. I had to move up. Rusty was going to get us. Now we're in trouble. But I'll try to throw them up at every race, even if I don't talk about them. Also, something I totally forgot to mention during the Daytona 500, we are running a full 29 race 1992 schedule, but it's not the exact same dates and order. For example, it's not too crazy, but for example, the Daytona and Talladega summer races were 2 races apart in that schedule. It was Daytona, one other track, and then you went to Talladega, and that was just, I didn't want to essentially do restrictor plate tracks back to back like that. And the road courses were too close together. I've split them apart, and then Pocono and Michigan were too close together, and I split them apart. That's just the way it goes. I mean, we don't have a crazy amount of tracks in the 92 season. So we'll be hitting up a lot of tracks twice, and I think that's going to work to our benefit because we'll be able to hit up tracks twice, and we'll know the first time around how to get around there. That'll be good. So hopefully I threw up that schedule somewhere. And as I mentioned in the 500, we're not running true early 90s era tracks. There are some that are there. North Wilkesboro, and then North Wilkesboro is like 1995-ish, and we're running a 1980s Atlanta track, which is just awesome. I can't wait to race that and show that to everybody. But I'm trying to 1992-ize these tracks with the track signage. I mean, you'll see the old Pepsi logo on some signs here, and just some other things. You know, I pulled up the 1992 races and skimmed through them, trying to find the billboards and tried to match those as best as I can. I wasn't going to lose my mind over it, but I mean, that Prestone, True Value, Goodwrench, Pepsi, those are all new ones I threw into the game. I had toyed with the idea of to give these a 1992 feeling, you know, to dirty up the walls, and I think I talked about that at Daytona, how I'd have to redo all the tire marks and everything. Just wasn't worth the time. And I didn't want to pull up all these new tracks and have to mess with the INI files all over again. And speaking of which, I mentioned all through the 1997 season, just when we were idly chatting, or I was, about the editing the track data INI files in the game, how it can have unintended domino effects that you just didn't foresee. One thing we're dealing with this season, and I'm not sure exactly how it's going to pan out, is turning the aggressive rating up for all these drivers. I'm not entirely 100% sure how much that affects the difficulty rating and stuff, if they drive faster just because of that or what. That's just something we have to play by ear, but I think we're going to be good. We're going to have to pass our brother here. All right, now we're in my testing of this track and everything. And I should mention too, as I mentioned again during the Daytona 500, that we have some of these tracks. I didn't want to spend, the last 30 laps of a tire run just limping around the track like a turtle, and it's just no fun. So I've trimmed the AI's fuel usage, or increased it, however you want to put it, so they have to pit for fuel no matter what, and they have to pit at lap 50-ish here. I probably threw up the race analysis. And in my testing, around lap 16 to 25 is when we would start dropping off some, and they would pick up speed. And I don't know if it has to do with them losing fuel in their car, thus being able, having a lighter car and getting around faster than us. It's just an unintended consequence of the INI thing that you don't think about. But by this time I should know that. So we're about to hit lap 20 here, and hopefully when we come back from a commercial break, we'll be around the same spot.
Invented their easiest, most accurate pregnancy test. No cup. Just hold the tester in your urine stream. White, you're not pregnant. Pink, you are. First response. So easy you can trust the results.
Welcome back to Rockingham from our steel aerial platform. Steel makers of a full line of outdoor power equipment bring you these helicopter-mounted pictures. If you want to be part of today's telecast, call in with your question. We'll pose it to our experts along pit road and to the crews and teams. 1-800, it's a free call, 451-7331. That number will be in operation all throughout today's telecast, so give us a ring here at TNN. We'll try to get your question on the air.
Boy, that's a great shot right there from the helicopter.
All right, we're hanging in here. There was a racing deal, and Jimmy Hensley got around us. Sterling Marlin got around us, but that's been pretty much it. We're about 20 or so laps from fuel pit stops. And I think I had mentioned that, hey, because we kind of have to because we couldn't adjust our own fuel, we're going to have to self-police toward the end of a run, or not really toward the end of every run, but say at the end of a race, the AI has to do a splash and go. We just have to simulate that. We have to go on pit road, stop somewhere for 3 seconds or whatever, however long, and do that. In my testing and stuff, I've never run a full half race, and so I've never come up against a pit window situation, but that's going to be the best way to handle that when and if it comes up. And we're not. I had messed with the AI's tire wear a little bit, trying to fix that fuel mileage or that fuel weight issue I was talking about, and I think I've done it. We still have 15 laps, and I've seen the AI cars have a great run, and we're doing fine, speed-wise, everybody being the same, and then with 5 laps left, they just shut off. And outside. Kind of a jerk to Jimmy Hensley here. Still there. And I think we're in good shape. And again, but I just said, I've seen it where within 5 laps they just shut off. And I just hope we don't come up on that. We still have to worry about the tires here. Even though we're not going to be quote unquote pitting for tires for a pit window, we still have to be smart about it. We can't just run 50 laps like a crazy person. There's a huge gap from Sterling Marlin. He's just dropping off here. I don't think the whole AI field is. It's just he's having an issue here. Car inside. Clear inside. Yeah, some of these early races I'll do proof of concept, going to commercials, showing ads and stuff. And then once we get down into it, I still want to preserve the broadcast stuff, but just take out some of that extra fluff. Because when editing the videos, that takes a big chunk of time going and finding the audio of them saying the ads, going and finding the ads, making those images. So I'll do those as proof of concept the first couple races, and then we'll get down to it. Because I mentioned in the '97 season how I had editing fatigue, and I just completely shut off the broadcast, and we had fun down the stretch. But I still want to do the broadcast. But we'll see how it goes. Things change. Look out, Wall.
Still there. Clear. Car inside. Clear.
See, I'm more nervous about them slowing up than I am the actual race right now. I just want to have good racing. Consistent speeds, not blowing past them in the last 3 laps of a run,
Inside. Keep high. Clear.
Look out, Wall. Okay, see, our tires are going. Just enough to be noticeable. Okay, if they were slowing up, we would have caught Ricky Rudd on that backstretch there. We're just tiptoeing through the turns now. And unless we stay on this, Sterling Marlin's going to get past us. All right, come on, AI. We got 5 laps left. Keep up the speed here. Keep your speed up, please. It's just a delicate balance and ballet, because say we had run the car hard for a while. Where's my tires? If we had run the car hard for a while, our tires would be slowed up, and then the AI would be blowing past us right now, and I'd be like, man, I messed up the window. And it's just, yeah, it's not going to be perfect ever. And I'm just doing what I can here. We should have passed Rudd there. Yeah, we're sitting in 14th, and it looks like the tire wear window is going to work out.
Clear inside.
Probably could speed them up a touch.
Car inside.
Toward the end of the run, I'll make a note of that. But we're in good shape here. Should have pit stops coming up very soon. Ricky Rudd really fell off there. Either he's pitting or that's a sign that the AI's fallen off. No, we're not catching. Yeah, we were. We were slowly approaching Rusty Wallace there. But I'm pleased. I'm pleased with this window. Hell yeah. Next couple laps. Fuel, again. We have 60 more laps of fuel, but the AI doesn't. All right, somebody's going high, which means we might have pitters. There we go. Look out, Wall. Okay. So now we're going in.
You're in the top 10.
And I forget. I didn't even check to see where we're pitting. We started 13, 14, 15, something like that.
The leader's pitting now. Keep it under
So are we.
45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
Yeah, we have a random caution. I don't know if we're basically just adding one extra pit stop to each race with this fuel mileage thing. And I'm curious if that's going to lead to more cautions on average. Oh shit, didn't want to stop.
Forward, back up. The leader's pitting now.
There we go. The brakes didn't want to work. It was the brakes' fault, not my fault. So we're going to lose some spots there.
Go, go, go! Keep it under 45. Keep it under.
It's not too bad, though.
3,500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Really want to get out of here without being down a lap. All right, new tires. Be careful. Whoa. Okay. We went in. Our pit stops started what? 14. We were 14th. And I forget who was even around us. We had passed Morgan Shepherd a while back, I'm pretty sure, so us being stupid going into our pit stall is going to hurt us.
You're now in the top
I just don't know how much, how badly it's going to hurt us yet.
Keep low.
Oh, I thought thought I had him cleared.
Outside. Keep low. Clear.
I think we're faster than Morgan Shepherd.
Outside. Stay low. Clear outside.
I'll throw up a field summary here. See where everyone is.
Outside. Clear outside.
All right, we're gonna get Jimmy Hensley. We passed him before.
Clear outside.
Oh, I remember. I remember saying we did a jerk move on him, passing him in 3, pretty sure. So. No cautions yet. I think we had a couple of AI-induced cautions in the 1997 first Rockingham race. Rick Mast and Terry Labonte. Something rings a bell there. We are faster than Sterling Marlin. Yep, we have a bunch of cars a lap down, but doesn't seem like we have any DNFs or blown engines or anything. I thought the blown engine ratio was pretty good in the 97 season, and I'm hoping the driver ratings for this car set are the same. I pinched him a little bit. Ideally, we get some like 15 lap sprint on fresh tires at the end. We can just go for it all. Oh, he's blocking, but we have him.
Still there. Clear.
Oh, we have a car here. Jimmy Means, I want to say. was taking a break in the action there. We have another car in pit, or no, he just got, or that's Bobby Hillen, I don't know. Something happened. Oh, yellow. Look out. Here we go. All right, let's slow her down. Let's whoa up. Stanley Smith, Kyle Petty involved. Oh boy, a big mess. We got a big mess. Letting who by, Jack? Big mess. Bullcrap, we're on the lead lap. Or, I mean, yeah, we are on the lead lap. Alright, look out. Alright, I wish I knew the calculations here. So we could know how many, you know. Alright, see, we got everybody pitting for everything, I think. They're not just topping off fuel or anything stupid, you know. Trying to remember who's pitting in front of us and behind us.
Remember, don't pass the stop sign at the end of pit road. The pace cars in turn 2.
Alright, Rusty's behind us. And Jimmy Spencer's ahead of us.
Pace cars on the back straight.
Looks like Derek Cope was involved in the wreck. That was a big wreck. I haven't even seen it yet.
Go, go, go! Yes, we nailed that stop. Great work, guys. Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second. The pace cars in turn 3. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 3,500 in second. Okay, you're
All right, let's get out of here.
Stay behind the 21 car.
All right, looks like Stan Smith blows a tire or something here. Slows down. Jimmy Means gets into him. Stanley Smith goes for a ride here. I saw him flip. So there we go. A lot of damage there. It's hard. And here comes Cal Petty. Dave Martin. We're going to have a lot of slow cars around the track now. Here's Greg Sachs getting in trouble. I saw Ken Schrader got hit. A bunch of people got hit. In these, you know, when I'm looking at them for the first time, I can't use the free cam editor and stuff because that makes me go, I'll talk about it. But it makes me go to the desktop. You have to go to the desktop to start it and go back into the race. And I don't want to risk losing the race by going to the desktop and having the game crash.
The outside line.
All right, let's see who's still in the race. Ken Schrader was involved, but he's in the race. Cope's still in. Sachs, Schacht, Potter, Lakesby, Jimmy Spencer, Bobby Hillen, Bobby Hamilton, Ted Musgrave. Oh, man, there's a lot of lap down cards. Jimmy Means, and then Dave Marcus. And then down at the bottom right there, Kyle Petty, Stanley Smith, Hutch Strickland, and Wally Dallenbach are out of the race. I don't want to go to the bottom line here. Also, real quick, before we go back to racing here, I was in the middle of taking a huge break in the action, just tracking down Ricky Rudd, slowly but surely, and then that caution came out. And that wreck happened.
Get ready now. Going green.
Here we go. Okay, this is it. This is the race. 118 to go, too, so that's going to be 2 more pit stops. And there might be a pit stop with 18 to go.
Green, green, green.
And does that mean they take on 1 can? We'll have to look at the replay when they pit and time it and see what they're doing. All right. Let's be careful. We're in 13th spot right now, okay? Sterling Marlin is for position. Everybody but passing us right now is for position. But that's fine because there's going to be a wreck here. There's too many slow cars. Too many people are making moves. Here's the culprit up here is Greg Sachs holding everything up. Oh, be careful. This was the best plan. It was just to back off. I'm sorry. That was our best course of action. I'll run 2 wide side by side. I'm not running 3 wide with a clown car messing up the show. If everybody was consistent speed, then yeah. But that's not what we saw. We have some other slow cars in here somewhere, missing their hood. Derek Cope, for example. Get off me, brother. That's Jeff Bodine behind us. There's Jim Sauter. Is he going to dive down? He sure is. I'm not concerned about who's a lap down or stuff. We're just not wrecking right now. passing who we can, but just not wrecking.
Outside. Stay low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside.
Oh, I get so
Still there. You're on
I
the
get
bottom. 3
so
wide.
nervous
You're on the bottom.
in
3
these
wide.
turns,
You're on the bottom. 3
because
wide.
unless I hug this line,
Wide. Car outside. You're on the bottom.
they get into my left rear and spin me.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside. Still there. Stay low.
And when I haven't had to worry about it all race, it is just,
Stay low.
it's just a shock to the system when all of a sudden you got to be doing it perfectly.
Still there. Keep low.
All right, we've gained our spots back that we lost on the restart.
Stay low. Clear. Outside. Clear outside. Outside. Keep
The
low.
leaders have taken off up there a little bit. Sorry, Dale Jarrett. My brakes didn't work.
Clear outside.
I don't remember calling out Mike Potter's name when the parade of cars were coming up that were a lap down for the restart. So I think he's in for position, and I don't have time to hit the standings to see. If he isn't, then guess what? He isn't. Who cares?
Keep low.
He's for position. Or no, green means he's, I don't know. I don't have time.
Clear outside.
I don't see him on the screen
Car
there, so.
outside. You're in the top 10. Clear. That car's a lap down.
Oh, thanks. Well, Jimmy Means is. He's 4 laps down.
Still there.
And Mike Potter must be as
Stay
well.
low. Clear outside.
All right, we survived that. Good job. But now we have to,
That car's a lap down.
we probably spent our tires up a little bit racing there. So now we gotta calm down. And dang it, when did we pit? When was that caution? 76? 77. We'll say lap 77. So that's 127 and then 177 we have to pit. All right, they're racing side by side, or somebody fell off or something behind us. So we can breathe a little bit right now. Is that a slow car up here? No. That one straggler car up there ahead of everyone else, I thought that was a slow car. Looks like Rusty Wallace. All right, take a look at this rear. Golf course. C-O-A-R-S-E. When I first saw that, I said, oh, and also Jimmy Means has Isaacs, I-S-S-S-A-C-S on the back of his car. And when I first saw those two just glaring typos, I was thinking, man, what is this guy doing? Why would he mess that up? But this is getting into the weeds here a little bit. But maybe he made these egregious errors, so if someone copied this set in the future and said it was their own, he could point to some of these glaring errors that he intentionally put in there to say, hey, no, obviously it's mine. I forget the word for it, but they're called ghost towns or whatever. Back in the day when map makers were making maps and they were spending all this money to go out and survey land and, well, however they made maps back in the day, they didn't want other companies plagiarizing and stealing their work, so they would put in fake towns into their maps. Like they would just put, you know, Clown Town or something in the middle of Pennsylvania. So if another map maker came and just copied their work and made it their own, and they put Clown Town in their map, the original map maker had, you know, that was justifiable cause for them to go and sue for copyright infringement or plagiarism, whatever they'd sue them for. But there was an interesting situation that happened somewhere in New York City or New York State where, just using our example of Clown Town, somebody moved near there once upon a time and saw that the place was called Clown Town, so they opened up Clown Town General Shop. And it thus became a town. It became a place. So they couldn't use that as a ghost town in their litigation and court cases because it was considered an actual place since someone recognized it and named a general shop or a bed and breakfast after it. Anyway, we're in 9th place. That was that golf course construction in Isaacs. That was something I thought about changing and fixing, which wouldn't have taken that long. But then I came to the realization that it's a pretty good chance whoever made the car set, that's why they did that. Personally, I would have done something more subtle. Put something in a couple of the car's contingency decals at the front of the car. Something more subtle, but whatever. Four position?
Still there.
Can't tell. I don't know where we're at. No. Alright, we're once we clear Bobby Hamilton, we're gonna be where we were before the wreck.
Car inside.
We've gained a couple spots since then, but we're just tracking down Ricky Red. Oh, slow. Oh, wait a minute. Ernie Irvin. Okay. Nothing. Okay. All right, we're coming up on some lap traffic. Here's Derek Cope. I mentioned that he had lost his hood.
Outside.
And so is Greg Sachs. We're already passing Greg Sachs again. He held everything up on the restart. Wow.
Car outside.
Long day for him.
Clear.
Long day for us too. This is a long race.
That car's a lap down.
Lake Speed's a lap down. Rudd and Waltrip prefer position, and that's it for now. We're 17 laps from the next pit stops. And we lost Ernie Irvin. Dang it. Ernie Irvin had DNF issues in 1997 also. We got Lake Speed
Clear
here.
outside. Car outside.
Nice car, Lake.
Clear outside.
Rudd and Waltrip side by side here. We gotta pick our door can't because of lake speed. Alan Kulwicki. Where did that happen?
Still there. Clear inside. Inside.
That's for position. That's fine.
Clear.
And I'm trying to do a good job, you know, keeping tabs on the leader. It's still Davey Allison. I think he's led most of the race. No big surprises in the top 10. Michael Waltrip, but that's about it.
Car outside. Stay low.
All right, we're about 12 laps from
Stay
pit
low.
stops.
Clear outside.
Our tires shouldn't be yellow yet. It is. All right. Actually, that's about right. Where'd Ken Schrader come from? No, he's lapped down. Never mind. I thought he was for position. I remembered he was in that
Lap down.
accident. Thanks, spotter. All right, we have a pitter. Might have been Bobby Hillen. Or Jimmy Means. Maybe didn't he pit a few laps? I don't know. But anyway, we're about 6-7 laps from pit stops. I need Alan Kulwicki to get around Jimmy Spencer here. Whoever was in the pits got out fast. That might be a DNF.
Car outside. Still there. Clear outside.
All right, that's good. I wanted the AI around 25.8, 25.7 at the end of their runs. We're a little bit faster than them right now. Let's look for weird moves. Meaning there's going to be someone's pitting.
Inside. Keep high. Clear.
We're going to...
Outside.
Oh, no.
Still there. That car's a lap down. Stay low.
Boy, Ricky Rudd took off. I remember we were tracking him down, and then he skirted through this group
Outside.
and took off. But me and the Underbird are tracking him down. But see, now I have to stay high. I don't know who's pitting when. I forget exactly when that caution was, and then there were a couple caution laps that would affect their fuel mileage. So I'm just gonna hit the wall. That's the thing, we don't want to screw ourselves over on this next pit stop. The one that's going to be coming with 20-ish to go.
Still there.
They might be taking on 4 tires, but only 1 can. And we have to match that. If we take on 2 cans,
The leader's pitting now. Clear
we're a
inside.
dummy.
Car inside.
All right, they're pitting. It's a full pit stop, so we're going and doing the same thing. Oh, our tires are gone here. Careful. Yeah, we got 3 yellows. Holy cow. All right, let's make sure we stop in our stall this time. Or we
The
did
leader's
last time.
pitting now.
I don't know.
Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second.
All right, I forget who's in front of us or behind us.
Watch that speed now. Keep it on.
Wasn't it Ernie
3,500
Irvin?
in second.
No, Rusty Wallace and Jimmy Spencer. Okay. Okay. I saw Jimmy Spencer at the last second. Well, I saw his sign plop down. So I knew he was coming in. like a dummy. Oh, we had some damage. I just heard the hammer.
Go, go, go! Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
Who'd we come in with? Nobody. Jimmy
Okay,
Spencer.
you're clear of pit lane.
There's Ricky Rudd, that worm. So we gotta track him down. Where's Alan Colwicki? Hang on. Hang on to her. Alright, let's not be a lap down. Survey says, come on. Keep us on. Okay, we're on the lead lap. 10 seconds behind the leader. Colwicki really fell off. Lost 7 seconds somewhere.
The yellow flag is out. Let's go.
Random caution. Oh, man.
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Pit road is closed.
There's your random caution, Jack. With 66 to go. Nobody's going to be pitting here. But at least we're going to be sucked up to the leaders. We have a smoker under caution. That's Ken Schrader. Probably a DNF. Here we go. Getting ready for this restart. We're in 7th place. This is going to be a good ending. We have Allison, Elliott. I was just looking at him. Allison, Elliott, Gant, or Labonte, Gant, Martin, Rudd, Bodine. That's us. Cool. Jeff Gordon. I gotta turn his stuff down. He shouldn't be this good. Michael Waltrip still hanging out in the top 10. There's the rest of the field real quick. And Ken Schrader is going to get a DNF.
Get ready now. Going green.
All right, Greg Sachs and Derek Cope. Those were the two big slow guys. So let's stay up on the top line here, and they're going to slow up that bottom line. Even if we get a stupid jump here, it doesn't matter. Unless Lake Speed does something wild. Or Jimmy Spencer does by going 3 wide. Wasn't expecting that. That threw me off. Stop it, guys. Well, we're 4 wide. I mean, what do you want me to do?
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 7 car.
We have damage. How much damage? With 60 to go. I'm hoping these guys pit. Or we're ahead of Jeff Gordon. Sorry. Guys, pit.
Pit road is now open.
I think we're fine. That was, you know, we brushed the wall there. Let's take a look and see what happened. All right, everything's fine here, but it's not really. That's my fault. That is 100% my fault. Took out Michael Waltrip. Dang it. Circling around, ready for another restart. We did not pit. We have damage. We're going to find out how bad it is here very soon. What did we start last time? 7th. Now we're starting 8th. And I feel bad about that wreck. I wasn't used to 3 wide. Wasn't used to the tires off that restart. I wasn't used to a lot of things there. We just didn't hug the wall like we should have. With 57 to go, we're definitely going to see another pit stop.
Pit car's in.
And I'm not sure if it's going to be splash and goes, splash and wents, or what.
Green, green, green. That car's lap down.
I'll let you know in about 2 laps if we're in trouble.
Still there. You're up top, 3 wide. That car's a lap down. Car inside. You're up top, 3 wide. That car's a lap down. Car inside.
All right, we learned our lesson. We're staying up top.
Car inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Inside. You're up
I did not want to lose all these spots.
top, 3 wide. Inside. Car inside. You're up top, 3 wide.
Well,
Inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Car inside. You're up top, 3
sometimes you
wide.
just get screwed.
You're up top, 3 wide. You're up top, 3 wide. Inside. That car's a lap down.
I think we're up top 3 wide.
3 wide. Inside. Inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Inside. Stay high.
No, Rick Mast.
The yellow flag is out.
Damn it.
Go. Race back to the line. Outside. Pit road is closed.
He didn't want to breathe. He didn't want to. It was all take, no give.
Okay, we're under caution. Get just to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 1 car.
Should have just let him go. We employed that strategy earlier in the race where we just let them all go, but we're toward the tail end of the race here. I didn't want to do that, but I should have read the writing on the wall there.
Stay behind the 1
Now, this is fun. We're at the tail end of the lead lap. We're at the tail end of the lead lap. We just skidded our tires.
Pit road is now open.
Look at this.
We can't pit this time by. We're not on the lead lap.
We're going to have to pit. We're going to get new tires, and we're going to be right on this fuel window, so can't wait to see what happens. We're going to pit, fix damage, do everything here.
Past the 98 car.
All right, Jimmy Spencer is going to
Keep
be
it under 45.
pitting.
Keep it under 3,500 in second.
He pits in front of us.
Remember, don't pass the stop sign at the end of
just
pit road.
keep that in
The
mind,
pace car
so.
in turn 2.
Well, we could even speed right now, it
You're
wouldn't
in the
matter.
top 20. The pace cars on the back straight.
Oh, of course. Look at this. We got Rusty Wallace right here. All right, good. All right, fix the damage. We're going to come out at the tail end. Probably a blessing in disguise.
The pace cars in turn 3. The pace cars in turn 4. The pace cars on the front stretch. Go,
Well,
go, go!
yeah, you gotta-
It's 45.
you gotta
Keep
drop
it
me
under
here.
3,500 in second. Watch that speed now. Keep
We
it
almost
on
we almost lost a lap
3,500 in
there.
second.
All right, we're going green again. Damage fixed. We're in 23rd. Davey Allison still in charge of this race.
Get ready now.
We'll see what happens here. And then look, 50 laps to go. The AI fuel window is around 50 laps. So everything I was talking about earlier about being on a window at the end of the race, splash and goes, we might have to deal with that in our first real fuel mileage adjusted race, or whatever we want to call it. All right, seems like the car's not being fishy, so we're good to go. Dang it, Rick Mast.
Car outside. Keep low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car
Yeah,
outside.
no.
That car's a lap down.
I was like, we're going 3 wide, then I saw that was Derek Cope.
That car's a lap
No
down.
thanks.
Stay low. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Clear outside.
All right, Greg Sachs is holding
Car
all this
outside.
up.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside.
Hey, it must suck being behind a slow car up top. Hey, guys.
Clear.
Oh, we have another slow one now, too, with Mike Potter. I didn't even see where he got hit.
Keep low. Clear outside. Car outside. Keep low. Clear.
All right, we're just passing everybody we can. Same strategy as earlier in the race. I don't care who's for position or not, we're passing you. Oh man, Harry Gant's falling back here.
Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Stay low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car
Did I call Richard Petty Bobby Hamilton a while ago? I may have.
Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside. Still there. Stay low. You're on the bottom. 3
Oh.
wide. Car outside. Clear.
Harry Gant dove in there.
Outside.
Mike Waltrip's probably wounded now after that wreck that I caused. Oh, I'm not trying to hit him. I mean, that's twice I've hit him. I don't hold grudges against computer people, but it's just a coincidence.
Car outside. Stay low. Still there.
We're all for position here.
Stay low. Keep low.
Ooh, we're holding that nice.
Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Stay low. Clear outside. You're in the top 10.
Top 10.
Car outside.
Oh, Morgan Shepherd, man.
Keep low. Clear outside. Car inside. Stay high. Clear.
I gotta use some tires up here and get around them. This is getting getting tense. Getting a little tense. I think Trickle got beat up somewhere too. Oh, we're taking this.
Outside.
Whatever happened to Rudd there, we're taking that.
Clear.
He's gonna fight back.
Inside. Keep high.
Yeah. No good here. Alright. Nope. I foresaw a 3 wide situation there.
Clear.
Gordon
That car's a lap down. Car
getting in
outside.
between me and
Still there.
means. It didn't happen.
Stay low. Clear outside. Outside. Stay
I
low.
wonder where Trickle got hit.
Clear outside.
And Mike Potter. That's the big mystery. Usually those are pit road pileups. And I saw some skid marks in 3 and 4 a while ago before we laid that runway there. I saw some other ones I made a note of. I don't know where they came from. But our skid marks in 3 and 4 are gone
Keep low.
as the game starts building up the little wear in the turns, the rubber you put down.
Clear.
It's getting a little bit in the turns. It overrides that the previous stuff, previous skid marks.
Outside.
All right, long race here. 30 to go. We're basically in the same position we would have been before the Rick Mast stuff.
Clear.
Mark Martin jumped out ahead of Davey Allison.
Car outside. Stay low. Clear outside.
Yeah. What did I say? 20 laps into a run, which is basically what this is. You gotta start blowing up. That's what we're doing. But we also want to get out front here. And now I'm starting to think about what we're going to do in terms of the pit window situation at the end of the race. If you recall, if you watched it, the 1997 Atlanta race, the first one, the only one, yeah.
Clear inside.
We had a weird window there too, and I said, hey, if everyone pits, then we pit. And then everyone pitted, and a caution came out, and we ended up winning because of the caution. So hopefully we don't have a repeat of that and get a cheap win, but if we do, we do.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep digging.
I'm a little quiet here, I think, at the end, just because I'm emotionally drained. Let's see what Greg Sachs does to this group of cars here.
That car's a lap down. Car outside. Keep low. Clear.
Got another slow one up here with Derek Cope.
Outside.
I saw that coming a mile away.
That car's a lap down. Clear outside. Car outside.
Sorry, Jeff Gordon.
Clear.
22 laps. All right. Harry Gant making a move on Bill Elliott. I want to get my tires to get down there. I think we're gonna get with him here for this pass.
Still there. Clear.
I think we're in like 4th place now. Fifth. Who we missing? Alan Colwicki. Wait a minute. Yeah, I completely lost track. That's part of my mental exhaustion right now. I've been staring at Hooters all night, all race, and then he's all of a sudden he just catapulted to the lead. I didn't even see that. And again, this is a long race. Oh, we got somebody on pit road. Red pit box. I don't know. These were 500 milers back in the like early 90s, mid 90s even. And I think 1997, our season last year, was the first season that they did 500 or 400. Anyway, Mark Martin just pitted, which means leaders are going to be pitting. I think that's Bill Elliott that pitted. So, yeah, we have everybody pitting here, and I'm going to, again, when my mental fog wears off, I'm going to try to figure out computationally why they're pitting.
You're now in 3rd.
Because they could just do a splash and go, or they're putting on tires. And we're about to find out. All right, let's take a look at Bill Elliott. He's taking on 4 tires, but we're going to count, or we're going to keep this up here. We'll start it at 41. So if he 14-second pit stop would be 15 seconds. Ish. Yeah. So it's 4 tires and fuel. Let's not get into somebody who's... All right, recommended, none. Fuel. Two cans, because that's a full pit stop, and that's what they just did, 15 seconds. Again, we're just winging it here. Bill Elliott might just might be a goober, and did some weird pitting, but I think.
45. Keep it under 3,500 in second.
And see, I might have just screwed myself because I said we're not going to pit till everyone pits, but it just seemed like everyone's going to be pitting here, and we may have screwed ourselves a little bit. Stop, please. Dang it. No, we screwed ourselves. I'm telling you we did, because if that was if that was the computer people's strategy, they would have all been pitting. So there's just some cars that knew they weren't going to get the rest of the way on fuel. But at the same time, we're going to be picking it up and putting it down here on tires.
That car in front of you is poor position. You're racing the car in front.
No one on pit road. I don't know, I just felt bad that they have to pit and we don't. I really jumped the gun there on pitting, but It is what it is. Hey, we had bad fuel mileage. We weren't going to make it. Just like these guys. Simple as that. But I think I said earlier I wanted a, you know, 10, 15 lap sprint on fresh tires. And that's kind of what we got here, except we're just trying to track down cars for the next 10 laps. We gave away a top 10 here, but I was gonna flip. Well, no, I am gonna flip. I was gonna say if Jim Sauter's for position, I'm gonna lose my mind. But he's not for position. He's actually a lap ahead of us. Great. There's still a chance they splash and go, which doesn't help us at all. We may gain a couple spots, but everyone isn't going to be on the same wavelength or whatever. Dang it. I'm curious to see how many leaders did do that pitting. Well, we'll know we'll know who's for position through here because we're not going to pass them easily.
Stay low. Stay low. Clear outside.
Mark Martin's for position because he pitted.
Clear outside. Outside. Stay low.
Oh no, no. No cautions.
Keep low. Just 5 more to go. Still there. Still there. Clear outside.
Yeah, I mean, this is where the universe puts us because I think all the cars that were ahead of us
Inside.
when we pitted, or when those pit stops started, pitted. So right now we'd be in the lead, coasting away and feeling like a jerk.
Keep low. Clear outside. Car outside. You're now in the top 20.
I'd rather
Clear
feel like a
outside.
dummy than feel like a jerk.
Inside. Stay high.
Musgraves for position.
Stay high.
Remember this pass if we win the championship by a point.
Clear.
Bobby Hamilton's for position. Oh, we're... Oh. Mikey blocked us.
Car inside. Keep high. Clear.
Bob Schacht is for position.
Just 2 to go.
Red car up there.
Clear.
We're not leaving any tires on the we're not leaving anything.
Inside. Clear inside. Car outside.
Greg Sachs won't be for
1 more lap
position.
to go. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. That car's
Sorry,
flat
Rusty.
out. Keep low. Clear outside.
That wasn't for position. Or no, he was trying to go for the win. So that's over.
Car inside. Clear inside.
Is Dave Marcus for position? No. So that's it. Okay. All right. The fuel thing reared its ugly head here. 17th.
There's the flag.
16th.
It's over. Bring it on home and let's get the heck out of here.
Not the end of the world. Alan Kulwicki did end up winning this. I just saw really just ran away with the race. Won by 5 seconds. Dale Jarrett finished top 10. Jeff Gordon top 10. Dang it. Darrell Waltrip 11th. Richard Petty top 15. Jim Sauter. Okay, Davey Allison finished in the 20s. Elliott 23rd. That's good. And then Kyle Petty finished at a DNF somewhere. So I mean, these guys that were going to be racing for the championship not having a good start to the season. So that's good for us. All right, that's it. Again, this was the first time the fuel mileage thing reared its head. Lesson learned, but as I was saying, I'd rather feel like a dummy than a jerk. If we would have just run away with that, it just looks like we're cheating. So we were able to Days of Thunder it at the end, pick up some spots. And that's it from Rockingham. Thanks for watching, and next race is going to be Richmond.